1. We hot. We back.
Good morning.
You're late to the office again.
No, I'm not. I was not late.
What time is it? 6:05?
I was down here well before 6, like 2 minutes before 6.
Okay. Don't make me have to report you to HR. Anyways, good morning.
Good morning. Someone woke up and chose violence, I see.
I woke up and chose productivity.
Yeah. No, I'm okay. Welcome back to another episode of We Shouldn't Have a Podcast. My name is Lacey Cavalier Carmichael.
I'm Jackie Carmichael, and
this is our morning show.
I'm a little sleepy this morning.
I'm very sleepy this morning.
Yeah, I'm a little sleepy.
I woke up just feeling not rested.
Really?
And my body hurts.
Really?
Yeah. And then
Why do you think that is?
I think that I sleep weird. I think that I have horrible posture, and I'm just like honestly overwhelmed by the topic because I'm tired of having like a bad back and bad neck and shoulders and stuff. And I try to position myself before I go to bed in a way that I'm going to wake up and not feel terrible, but then I move in my sleep and in my subconscious, and then I place myself in these weird positions with my neck and stuff, and then I wake up like paying for it. It's just
Are you in pain right now?
I'm just tight. Like I just feel tight. It hurts to turn my neck.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry you don't feel good. Well, I hate even following that up then, because I slept great.
And of course you did. I think that's always how it goes, like with men and women.
You think?
Yeah, I just
You
feel
think
like,
all women sleep bad?
No, I just feel like it's always like if a woman is over here struggling or like has a bad night's sleep, it's like the man's like, "Oh, I had a fantabulous night's sleep," and they're like glowing. Or if we're breaking out,
Am I
they're
glowing?
like glowing.
Am I glowing?
No.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry you had a terrible night's sleep. I would love to fix it. I can guess why it probably was somewhat bad.
The sugar?
Probably. That on top of some other things, maybe.
Yeah, because my darling husband ordered crumble cookies last night at 10 p.m., 9 p.m.
I was watching the Vanderpump Reunion, and I called little, me, I'm the snack guy,
Yeah.
So, when I went on there and I looked at the menu, and they had the crumble cookie right now. They have funfetti cake, and then they have this They got a triple berry cobbler. Shout out, was fire, absolutely fire.
Yeah, it was really good. I had the funfetti, and I know I don't have to eat it, but it's right there in front of my face, and it's just, of course I'm gonna want some.
Well, I apologize, and I'm sorry about that, but let's try and rectify that tonight. I mean, baby's been taking iron pills. We went to the health store. She's got iron pills now. She's a full health nut. So
I'm not a health nut.
I was trying to big you up. I was trying to give you a compliment, but okay.
No, I just
listen. You're trying to lead a healthier lifestyle from like a physiological standpoint. Like you're trying
inside out.
Yes, you're trying to build up things before they start breaking down. I think you're doing great, baby. This is just a little turn in the. You're rounding the corner. That's the most painful part.
Yeah, like mood swings, like I'm feeling right now. Like I'm like, I should have checked my Flow app this morning to see how I was feeling.
Check it now.
But sugar is such a huge part in that, like in your hormones. It directly affects your hormones, right?
Does it really?
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
And yeah, just like, then I watched this TikTok of this.
No. Can I say something real quick about your TikTok? Not your TikTok in specifically, but
I just looked at the time and it said 4:44.
Did it really?
Yeah, I want to talk
about that. Shout out. So Lacey's TikTok how you've gotten on this side. When I hear you say this, it's actually funny to me because you'll say, oh, I've just never been on this side of X before. And like yesterday we were watching a movie and she just goes, oh, I've just never been on this side of movie genres. We were watching Austin Powers. We got like 20 minutes into it. She was not feeling it.
You turned it off.
I did turn it off. I'm saying were you feeling it? Were you not feeling it?
I was just saying it's wild that these sorts of things come from people's brains. Like, who wrote this and why is this so popular?
Mike Myers. Right. We'll start off on the first one because I started you off on number 3, and number 3 went okay. Number 1 and number 2.
I'm in my open-minded era with movies. Like
that.
I mean, you know, like I started that in Turkey. I was open to watching your old favorites because I just haven't seen a lot of movies. It's never been my thing, and so I'm trying to be open-minded. So I'm not gonna knock it until I try it. Like I'll watch a whole movie before I give my review now.
I was trying to read the room, but I would love to watch that with you today. That's first. But I say all that to say is you get on the other side of TikTok, that parts of TikTok I haven't seen, and it's like in my brain it's like it's a whole other like world. I imagine you getting in a car and like driving and
to the other side.
Because like the things that you see on TikTok and show me, I think in all my years of being on social media, I don't even think I've crossed paths with any of the stuff that you show me.
Like what?
Which is wild. I mean, you show me everything from like grandparents suffering from Alzheimer's to the mom that has
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at that. That's the first thing.
The mom that has cancer and is like writing like messages to her like babies and like all types of stuff where I'm like, I don't beautiful. Like, it is beautiful. I just don't like to sit in that.
What, sit in reality for some people?
No, my brother had cancer. And so it just takes me back to that point where I'm like, it
specifically,
it just drags. Well, that's what I'm saying is it just drags back those emotions. It doesn't make me, it doesn't make me feel good, but that's a personal problem. So, but yeah, it's just, I just say all that to say, share your side of TikTok and what's going on.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like my side of TikTok can be inspirational and like it just pulls on your heartstrings. And
most times I walk in, you got tears running from your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I can't stay on TikTok long. Oh no.
Oh no. You get fired for stuff like this. Yawning on the podcast?
I'm sorry. Anyway, so last night there was this TikToky and this man was walking through the park and he saw this daughter and this mother and he was like, can I stop y'all and do a health test on you? I forget what he said he was. I think he said a physiologist.
Can I stop and do a health test on you?
Something like that. I don't know what the words were that he used.
Well, listen, let me stop and do a health test.
I don't know if that's exactly the words he used.
That's creepy.
Whatever. Anyway, so he did like a thing where he had their arm out to the side and he was like pushing it down and they're having to push up with all their might. And so he was pushing down on their arm with one hand and then the other hand he was like pushing on parts of their body. And he was like, okay, he'd push on their heart and then they'd have to do it and then he'd push on their stomach. And if their arm dropped, like if they couldn't push their arm up, it meant that area of their body was of bad health. And all I could think about is how I just wanted you to push on my tummy or my heart or my like gallbladder and see if I was healthy. I just couldn't shake it and I still want to do it. Wait,
do you want to do it right now?
Yeah. Okay, so you have to push down on my arm.
Are you BSing right now?
Why would I lie about this?
Because you tried to get me yesterday on something else. All right.
So one arm
turn this way.
One arm has to push down.
Okay.
So the other has to push down? Like push on my heart. Yes.
Yes, I understand. So I'm pushing this down and I'm pressing here. All right. So.
Well, you have to press on my heart first and then go now push up. Ow, that's my boob.
Oops. Sorry. I thought that was your heart.
Like,
Okay, I got it. Okay, you have a big talentless sweater on. So
I thought you were gonna
can't.
say I have a big chest, like, because he's told me I'm elegantly broad before.
Okay, here we go. Turn this way so I can see it. Okay. All right. Tell me where I'm at in your heart. Tell me where
I'm trying to put it there.
That's your heart's not right there. You
Well,
understand
that's where
that,
you're
right?
doing it.
Your heart is
Oh
not
my
on
God.
the place where they draw it.
Okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
Your heart is right here.
Like, did you watch the video or did I?
Well, then he was lying.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right.
I have a healthy heart.
You're good. All right. Stomach. Is this where your stomach's at? Yeah, you're good. Let me do this.
I don't know because I feel like I just have really good core strength.
Turn back around real quick.
That's one of the places he did.
Oh, yeah, that's weak.
That's rude. You're ornery today. I don't even really know what that word means. I just heard my parents say it my whole life.
I got called that all the time growing up.
What's it mean?
I
Like, I see it as like difficult.
Troublemaker. Yeah, difficult. Ornery. Like going against the go against the grain.
Yeah, maybe we should pick a word a day and like John Mayer and write it down. And
is that what he does?
Yeah, he would. I don't know if he still does, but that was like a thing like a decade ago that he would pick a word from the dictionary and learn it and memorize the definition all day long.
Pretty successful,
learn how to
smart
use it.
guy. So I mean that's actually really smart. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I think didn't they say Kanye West does that too? He does like
I don't want to do it then.
He does like, no, I'm talking about like a couple years ago before all this. He do like wasn't Kim talking about they did a dictionary challenge?
Maybe.
Or something where he would like pick a word and then like say something. She'd be like, "What's that mean?" He'd be like, "Oh, I just read it in the dictionary." I thought he did something like that.
He might have.
Anyways,
that sounds.
He stole that from John Mayer.
Probably.
Should we talk about that amazing hoodie you have on real quick?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
So.
Come on, let's do it. Let's go.
So we are wearing kind of matching hoodies.
We're definitely in the same family. We're very monochromatic right now.
And I'm wearing the hat.
Mm-hmm.
But no, Talentless is just like honestly so nice. They're so nice. They have kept us dressed for like a year now, and they just keep us updated on all the latest collections and whatnot. And they just sent us a couple boxes of stuff, and these hoodies were in there, and so they were sitting on the table when we came down, and we were like, yeah, that's the podcast vibe today.
Did you see me in anything else in Istanbul, or you only saw me in those sweats in that hoodie?
Yeah, you love your.
Yeah,
it's just like really nice and thick material.
Mm-hmm. These are like staple pieces you put in the collection.
I'm glad you left me the green because it really pops on me.
Yeah, the green will pop on both of us. Looks good though.
No, probably pops on me more.
I knew this was gonna find its way onto you at some point or the other. So,
well, it's ours.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
What does that even mean?
That's what I meant.
He thinks because they're oversized sizing that they're all meant for him, and if that were the case, there's only one item in that box meant for me.
That's not what I meant at all. I'm saying I knew it was going to find its way onto you, meaning that green one specifically was going to find its way onto you. I knew you're going to like that. Green looks great on you.
Yeah. Green's in my color. Oh, look. My green cup.
Mm-hmm.
Have we talked about the Stanleys?
We haven't. You can go for it.
Is it like... I don't want to say embarrassing. I just like genuinely never wanted to be a Stanley person just because.
Why? Why is that?
Because I hate doing things that the whole world's doing just because it feels like they don't even know why they're doing it. Like the trends that happen that way. Anyways, the cup is great. I do believe there's probably a ton of other cups on the market that are great.
Well, Stanley, if you guys have ever watched this podcast and were thinking about sending anything, you can still send it, but
no, it's like it's been a great cup. His mom got them for us as a welcome home gift, and I love it. I mean, it's been by my side the entire time.
I was gonna say you've been locked in on it.
Yeah, no, it's great, but I'm a water bottle person. Like, did I not carry around a water bottle before this cup?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I love this, and this is one of those things where I always saw the dads at the t-ball games and the baseball games with this, and they probably had Kool-Aid, maybe mixed with a little Patron Hennessy. Patron Hennessy.
I get it.
You know, something like that. I'm sure they was probably sipping, but there's water in here, and it's just like cold all day.
It is.
It's like, I mean, it's like a Yeti, but I think, did Yeti ever make things with straws? Yeti was just, you could just click it back and forth, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It feels like Lux. It feels durable. It feels like, you know, I'm going to have this for the rest of my life type of thing.
We're a year late, but we do like them.
Year late, but you know,
They're
always
nice.
on time.
Yeah. I know you wanted to talk about one of our failures.
I think we can say the name, right? We're not gonna get in any trouble for that.
I don't even know.
Anyways, let's move to this portion of the podcast. So, and we've been wanting to talk about this, but we just were waiting until we got back to discuss it. So we actually developed a card game.
It's not a board game.
Card game. And we wanted to talk about why. I'm sure people saw that we just stopped posting about it, and
Which
we
is
stopped.
just such a bummer. Like,
Yeah.
I hate that. It's honestly.
Let me bring it to the forefront real quick.
Yeah, I didn't think I wanted to talk about this morning, but now we'll really want to talk about it.
Let me bring that to the forefront. So,
Turn it around.
like that, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you can see it. It's too close.
Okay. Well, just keep it back.
If you put it here, they can see it. But basically, we created a card game. And yeah, we created it on our honeymoon. You know what? Let's just give the full story, because we've been needing to do this.
Yes. This is long overdue. Just FYI, this is long overdue. I'm watching everything. It's all good.
Okay. So, y'all know the game, He's a 10, but blah, 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 that you would sit around and just play with your friends.
Yeah.
We obviously saw, people playing this, and we played it ourselves.
Correct.
Really on our trip to Bali with a bunch of other influencers. We went because I shot a bikini campaign with a company, and then we ended up getting to go on the influencer trip. We were there for like 10 days in a villa with a bunch of people. Well,
awesome trip.
Yeah, it was amazing. But we only knew 4 people that were there, and then the rest of the people were new to us, just meeting them. So we would be in 3-hour van rides together, waiting in lines together, at dinners together. So we obviously did the, normal trying to get to know people, but then at some point you just run out of things to talk about, and we're just smushed together. So we started playing He's a 10 a lot, like in van rides for hours and things like that. And we had so much fun, or at dinners and waiting in line. I'll never forget us sitting on the temple stairs waiting for our line in the picture, or waiting for our turn in the picture line, and playing and just dying laughing all together, just sitting. It honestly looked like a TV scene.
Yeah.
Anyways, and so while we were on that trip, I whispered to Jackie, I'm like, this needs to be a card game, because we're huge game people. We even had a game night on that trip. It was planned out because they knew we loved games. And so the owner of the brand was like, please bring some games, whatever. So I was like, that could be a really cool idea for a game, like an actual physical game. So we start writing down the idea in our notes, and we wrote down some, maybe 5.
You did a shared note, but we're just slowly adding to it, because at the time I couldn't really see the vision of what you were telling me on that trip.
Yeah. So we left it alone, and then that was at the beginning of September. We got married at the end of September, and the middle of October we went on our honeymoon. And on our honeymoon, TMI, it was my time of the month, which was awesome. And I was sick, very sick.
Yeah. And we didn't
Yeah.
And we didn't make it to our honeymoon destination. We had to
For
wait
3 days. Like we were stuck in another city.
Yeah.
And then once we got there, it rained. Like I would say 70% of the time. Like we only had like 2 days on the beach.
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
Anyways, it was just pretty much a series of unfortunate events, but it ended up being great because I was like, let's just make this game while we're here. We're here free of distractions, whatever. Let's just crank it out.
Yep. And we were playing Yahtzee the whole time.
We were playing games the whole time. The hotel had games. And so we were playing the entire time because, like I said, I was sick and like it was raining. Yeah. Oh, God.
Shout out Soho House Can 1.
Goodness. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to get it together.
You good?
And so, yeah, we created this card game within like 4 or 5 days. We started it. We worked on it like 2 days on our honeymoon, then came home and had a whole weekend where we just cranked it out from the box design, which I saw this in my head from day one. Like I designed it as like a flat 1D image. But I knew I wanted the box to be round like this. I knew I wanted the letters to be bubbled. I could see it all in my head. And so it was just a matter of putting it down on paper. And then we wrote, I would say I wrote majority of them. No, I'm not trying to like take credit, but for the cards.
I'll take credit.
No, but I'm trying to explain the process.
Yeah.
Because Jackie found the manufacturer right away.
So I did more of the actual like
manufacturing.
Well,
side.
I did more of like the schematics of the actual like box. So she presented to me like this, and she said, "Can you make this a 3D image?" So I pretty much made this a 3D image, and then was communicating with the suppliers and the manufacturers to actually like we would work on like placement.
The fact that you even found them, like that's the part that people can't even get to, and he had found an incredible manufacturer and was communicating with them by the time we were leaving our honeymoon.
Yeah. And then you can.
And so I am a writer technically by trade. That is what I like have done. And
we played to our strengths on this.
Exactly. And so I wrote, I'm just going to.
Yeah. There you go.
I wrote the instruction manual, which was like a first for me. That was crazy.
Do you want to read the intro?
Yeah, I'll read it. It says, "We dedicate this game to our family and friends that have endured years of playing games with us. We have turned our toxic competitiveness into something productively toxic. So now you have to be proud of us." And it's just fun. Like to start, it says the first player who can answer what time Usher was cruising the streets gets to go first in the hot seat. And anyways, it was just fun. This was like a fun exercise for me to get to write this. And then we wrote 700, not kidding you, 700. There's 350 in each box of these deal breaker cards is what we call them, which are the cards that have I don't even know.
The prompt.
Yeah.
That's what we called it.
Is that what we called it?
Yeah. I mean, you got the instruction manual right there.
But like basically she's a 10 blank. It's the blank that we wrote 700 of. Brazilian. Or she's a 3, but she's Brazilian, right?
Yeah.
Like so all of those, they had to be.
And they explain the dice.
Funny, creative. Right. I'll get there. And so anyway, so then from the cards, everything, we knew we wanted this rounded look. These are the, what are these called?
Those are called the
rating card.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. We haven't seen these games in 8 months.
Yeah, it's been one of those things where it's kind of been like a little bit of a sore spot for us.
Yeah, it's hard. Like when it's something that's hard for me to talk about, I just block it out. So if you're like a therapist or anything like, and you know what that is, can you let me know?
Yeah.
And then there is a 10-sided die.
Which this was chrome dice. At one point in the first chrome. One.
And then
where is that one at?
We had to get them by Christmas. So, okay, yeah. So basically we created the game. Let me just finish how the game goes and then I'll finish out what happened. So this is 10-sided dice and basically you draw a rating card and it'll say she's a or he's a, and that's the other thing. There's a she's version and a he's version. You can play them together if you have a males and females. Yeah. And anyway, so you could draw a card that says she's a 3, right? And then you would roll the dice, and I rolled it to be a 9. So, or no, it was a 6. So you would ask everyone would have these deal breaker cards in their hand, and you would say, okay, she's a 3, but what takes her to a 6? And the person that just rolled doesn't play a card. Everyone else will play one of their cards to what they think would take someone from a 3 to a 6. And they're playing to the judge's, like, let's
preference.
say, preference. Yeah. So the judge gets to decide what she thinks fits the best. And they're just funny. Like, they're funny. Like, okay, if they went from a 3 to a 6, someone could play this she's Brazilian card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
3 to a 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that automatically takes her rating up. So that's how you play. And then whoever's card we call it the hot seat, chooses, then they get to keep the rating card, and that's a point. Yep. So that's how you play. Here you go. So we created these games, and that, like I said, that was in October, and we pre-ordered them for Christmas. So in that time,
literally a month and a half.
Yeah,
a month and a half. This is insane, by the way, because we honestly and truly believe that, like, we were already moving into the realm of getting this trademark, doing all of these, like, minute,
everything had been applied for.
Like, everything had been applied for. All these little minute details were like, okay, this is got the domain. That's typically the hardest part right there, because it's like, all right, has somebody already got this domain? So anyways, take it from there.
No, yeah. I mean, and I know there's people that are probably like, why didn't you get it trademarked before you even hit the... Yeah, sure. Like, there's so many technicalities that you could sit and wait years on before you put a product out, but we were just wanted to run with it.
Well, I was going to say, and even to trademark something anyways, it's still, even if you apply for it, there's still nothing saying you'll get it. And then there's still that's still a 6 to 10 month process. And I mean, we're just doers, and I'm not the type of person that sits on an idea for too long. So if we don't do it immediately, then it's just, in my mind, already, because someone else is going to do it anyways. And I knew that we had some, like, fresh and new, and I knew that it was going to take off, and it almost did. Yeah. So it almost did, but
so yeah. And then we applied for a trademark, but so had someone else. They applied for a different verbiage
and
for the trademark.
We had a real Taco Tuesday situation on our hands.
So it is what it is. Anyways, we then get the boxes or get the samples in. They look great. We're so excited about them. We are speaking with vendors and stuff about getting them into stores, and we have the pre-order link up. Well, we have a good friend that has just a lot of connections, like weird connections. Yeah. And so we thought we should call him and just see if he knows anyone that we could take this to. And like, I think he has a Walmart connection. So we were like, let's just see. Well, we call him and he's like, that's so awesome. He's like, I'll do you one better. I know someone that owns a game company.
Do us one better. Come on now.
Yeah. And so he was so sweet and so excited to help us out. And he was like, I'll message him right now. So he reaches out to them and tells them within the hour, we get a cease and desist letter.
Literally within the hour, typed up from the company and from the attorney and said, hey, I don't know if what y'all got going on. I don't know but we own this. This is, y'all cannot do this. Y'all need to shut down.
Which they did not own it. They were pending, and the same part of the process as us with the trademark.
So this is something that, like, I've never been issued a cease and desist, and typically I take that as a sign of that you're headed in the right direction, right? But the whole thing is that they were trying to scare us off the idea. So the company essentially messaged us because they had said that they were getting ready to
put a game out
in January, and they're like, well, you guys
in the first quarter,
or in the first quarter is what they said.
Of 2023.
We're getting ready to put this out in the first quarter. So they're not only do they not have the product, not only do they not have it done, they not only did they make a less superior product, they reached out to just say, hey, well, you just solely can't do this. Nothing had been approved on
because
a trademark
we
side.
are pending on the trademark. That was it.
Yep, and they were pending on that trademark specifically, which the law, as far as we understand it, within that time, you can still produce it. If they don't get it, then you can proceed with which I guess we need to check that.
Which we did, but
yeah. And so obviously we proceeded with it and proceeded to move forward.
Well, we were going to give people the game that they've already pre-ordered.
Correct.
You know, so that was like, we did
follow through on that.
We did turn the website off because we just wanted to see what was going to happen. But like,
yeah, we got all of 50 followers and made a whack game.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't heard of the game.
Yeah, you haven't.
So,
you have not heard of the game, and I'm not going to say it on here.
The thing is that it was a large gaming company that you would know.
The biggest.
No, not the biggest.
When it comes to games like this, it is.
Okay. I think it's like top 3, but not the biggest.
Okay, maybe I misspoke.
Because I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there's 2. Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, it doesn't matter. They're a big company, and yeah, so it wasn't like, oh, these random people are reaching out to us telling us to stop. It's like we knew that they had the financial ability to come for us if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of came to a point where like, let's just see what happens with their trademark, if they even get approved or whatever, and go from there. But the annoying thing is if they do get approved, they still have a year and a half before they have to like put out, I don't know, the trademark systems, whatever. And then once they do get approved, they have it for 10 years or something like that. And it's just frustrating because the reality of it is a big company like that, if they want something, they'll get it in America. Like they're, you know what I mean? Like if they apply for a trademark or whatever, it's not likely that they will be.
Well, I think, yeah.
Turned away.
Yeah, for sure. And so I think, I mean, yeah, they have the financial backing to obviously, even if, let's say, even if they took us to court, right, and they lost, like that wouldn't be any sweat off their back.
Yeah.
Now, they had the first right of refusal with it, and so obviously it was presented, and like I said, we haven't followed up any besides the point of them actually being first in line for the trademark.
It's just so annoying because this is the problem with, I don't know, this whole industry or just consumerism in the States in general. It's like this, small businesses don't get a chance because whether or not our product's better or whatever, like the big business, the people with money are going to be the ones that like get to make the rules. And so this game is so fun. We still play it with our friends and stuff. Like it's just as if it's like was an art project we did, but like, but people aren't going to get to play this game. They're not going to get to play the game in general because this company just, they take whatever trends are going on and they make a game for it and see if it sticks.
Yeah.
And it feels like they just went, oh no, it didn't work out. And they're just moving on. And like, I would have even been fine if they're like, can we purchase y'all's game from y'all or something, like to where the game at least got to still have a life, because it just feels like they wasted something really cool because of their, I don't know.
Well, I think too is that like it doesn't allow for like competition in the market. As far as like you could say Uno and what's the other, like Phase 10 or something along those lines, where they're like, again, the games have completely different rules, but the games do look similar in a way. Some people prefer Phase 10, some people prefer Uno. I think that
Have you ever met someone that prefers Phase 10?
No. But that's the comparison. So it's like, but it allows for competition in the market. And I think that is a huge oversight with these big companies, and especially with these game companies, is that, yes, if the idea is 100% exactly identical, then I get it. When it's not identical and it allows for your game to coexist with something else that they knew that this was going to be successful, they knew that this was a multi-million-dollar idea, that's the only reason why they reached out. And so with that being said, is I think that if they had just let it be, that their game would have grown alongside of it, and then people could have made up their mind. They understood that when people are going to make up their mind, they were going to choose us and not that. So like it does suck, but at the end of the day, we understood like more, I think more that we were able to do it, and moving forward, if we choose to do that again, then we will. But
I definitely think we'll make more games in the future.
For sure.
And go the like trademark route before. But obviously, like, we wanted to, you know, for people to be able to enjoy it while it was still a game people were playing.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
it's definitely,
the speed of it was important to us. But
yeah.
We have a whole bunch of games that maybe we'll have a yard sale.
We got things that nobody has even thought of yet, so we'll get to it at some point.
We really like, we both dream of being able to like have a creative studio or office where we could just go in and make a game one day, or like,
or invite our friends in and just like, you know, just
make clothes another day. I get to design homes another day, like just fun.
Yeah. 100%.
Creative, obviously a podcast studio in there, but
yeah. And so that's the whole thing where it's like we look at this and we just put it up because it reminds us of like,
well, we still play it.
Yeah, and we still play it. So I just like having it around though, because the one thing I want to give this woman a big shout out on is that if you look at these games, and I don't know if people who have seen the first 2 episodes we've done here, but this has been in the background. This is a focal point. This is something that you could lay out. Like the whole thing, you designed this so that you could put this in somebody's home. And
I wanted it to feel like decor.
Yeah, and you could put it right here. And looking at the name, okay, obviously see it's a card game, but next to this it's just, it looks great, and you did an awesome job designing it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I just feel like
awesome.
Like, okay, for instance, okay, yeah. I don't want to like knock everything down. I was just going to say, like, the boxes you see games come in, it's like they're typically like ugly. Not just, they're cool standalone, but I'm like, okay, Chameleon, that's a cool box, but I don't know. Like One Night Werewolf, where are you putting that? You know what I'm saying? Like they have to go in a cupboard somewhere. I like the idea of, you know, mixing it in. If we have coffee table books, why don't we have a coffee table game?
Yeah.
You know, like they sell at Anthro and stuff, like chess and stuff that is $200 and they're beautiful. But yeah, you're not going to set this as decor with like a coffee table book.
And this game right here, people, if you haven't played this game, you need to play. You need to go to Target, Amazon, and order this. Don't go to Target. Order this on Amazon. I
think we're boycotting Target.
I think so too. I don't think we're not on a Target wave. But yes, this game right here is good. Oh, maybe Bazir Games wants to holler at us. Maybe we could do some Bazir Games. What's going on? Talk to us.
Us opening these pantry or cabinets, whatever the frick they're called, is stressing me out. They're so messy. Maybe we'll organize today. What did we go and do last night?
Went and picked out paint colors from the store. Yeah,
I might be going back today and just knock it out. I really want to paint the guest room.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's our game. And can we say it? Yeah, it was called He's a 10.
They don't got.
It was called He's a 10.
Yeah. He's a 10 card game. Yep.
R.I.P. The Instagram was so fire, so much fun. You killed it with the Instagram.
Thank you, baby.
We just had so much fun branding it and the whole aesthetic, everything.
Yeah.
And the fact that we did it in a week is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah. The Instagram is still live too, so if you want to go at least check out the Instagram and see like what we were doing, you definitely can do that as well. Because I mean, like I said, it's like it's a time capsule type of thing.
Ghost.
It is 100% a ghost.
But we'll be bringing it. We have family week next week, so we'll be bringing it to play.
Yeah.
But anywho,
epic game.
Like I said, more games to come. We're definitely those people that like that's not going to stop us.
And I just want to say, this was designed in a month.
The physical.
Yeah. Everything. This was designed in a month.
We had 2 samples from China in that time.
Within 10 days, we had a sample. 4 days we created it. 10 days we had a sample. Turnaround time with 2 people. I don't even like. That's very
There's
impressive.
No team. It was pretty cool. I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
And the game's fun.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if anyone wants wants the game, just let us know. We'll hand them out for free. We won't sell them anymore.
Yeah,
we'll
the free 90. If you want a game, holla at us.
Because I think we can't get in trouble for that. This is just random artifacts we found in our house.
Exactly. What do you want me to do? To go throw them away?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Selfish.
Come on now.
Okay, well.
They probably still got eyes on us.
Yeah, honestly, there's.
For sure, they're still watching us.
Hope y'all enjoy the podcast.
Like, subscribe, comment.
But the Vanderpump Reunion is obviously really important that we talk about before we go.
Yeah.
Because last night was part 2.
You want me to start off?
Yeah, I would love that. Well, you were asleep for the first couple minutes.
I was in
audibly snoring. I wish I had my phone. My phone's filming us. I would play the video I took of him.
I did fall asleep. I needed a little nap right before the reunion, or I was going to fall asleep during the reunion.
This waking up at 5 a.m. is like, takes a minute to adjust with our evenings.
For sure.
Because I fell asleep at like 3.
Yeah.
For an hour.
Because typically I'll be up at like, I'd be up to like 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So now
I like the reverse.
No, I do too.
Sorry, by the way, that I was like, I wasn't grumpy, but I just like wasn't ready for socialization when we first started this podcast.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna let it slide.
Thank you. You did.
Okay.
Huh?
I said I did what?
You did let it slide.
Oh, okay, perfect. I thought I did. Okay, I tried to give you that little smooch.
I know.
You weren't feeling
wasn't
it.
ready.
Yeah,
but I would like one after.
My breath
this.
was kicking.
No.
So Vanderpump Reunion. This is a first and foremost. Tom Sandoval, bro, you need to be quiet and you need to stop arguing with all of. You have no leg to stand on right now. You have zero, and it's like the fact that he's even trying to argue a point just shows you how wrong he really is and how in the right he thought he was with this whole situation. It is mind blowing, to be completely honest. And the whole where they broke off and they were shooting the trailers and they're shooting Raquel inside the trailer because she has to be 100 feet away. In that whole situation where he doesn't want to be filmed, it's like, bro, you're not
above it. Like everyone else is getting filmed too.
Yeah, like he knows like what the power of this show has been like the past couple months.
He was walking around like he's been in like box office hits.
Yeah, that's
like
exactly how it looked.
He thinks he's a movie star.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
By the way, I don't know if I already said this. This is part 2 of the reunion that happened last night. It's
reunion part 2, and like. James Kennedy's one-liners are absolutely epic, but he's also like, I hate to pass judgment on any of these people, but it's like him justifying the drinking and all that. I was just like, bro, like
it's just such a bummer because I'm like, you finally get to be on the good side, on the good team. And you're just showing your butt again. Yeah. Like, just because he's going to get himself in trouble again and end up, like, twisted up.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's...
Because he's just coming every second at everything that's said. I'm like...
I love the Ariana commercials. That all the commercials they're running with her. Absolutely. I'm like, wait, is that Ariana? And I love it. I think that's like good for her.
She's making a buck.
Yes, awesome for her. It's so cool to see like the network rally around her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it is... Honestly,
the whole industry.
Yeah.
Because the fact that she's getting, like, even the fact that she got Call Her Daddy and things, like, her celebrity has grown. And everyone's just being so supportive of her.
It was meant to happen. I mean, it sucks for her right now, for sure, but it was meant to happen that way. And hopefully she's happy and she can, like, move on and, you know, have children, get pregnant, do that whole... thing. And
she never
like
wanted kids.
Yeah, but I'm saying they were still doing the eggs though, right? Like
she was doing it for him.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
So we shall see if Raquel is pregnant.
Rachel, you mean?
Rachel
is pregnant.
Yeah.
I mean, she has to be. There's no reason why she wouldn't be out.
Oh my gosh, I just cramped.
Was there anything else about the reunion? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Was there anything else about the reunion that stood out to you?
Shorts doing downward dog.
Shorts doing downward dog and popping
Cobra.
Xanax.
Popping a Xanax.
And then taking the pill bottle. And it's like, I've taken Xanax before because I've had really bad panic attacks in the past.
I've taken one on a flight.
Yeah.
And I was knocked
out. Like I took a milligram.
Yeah.
And still, I'm a big dude. And that's not supposed to really like zap you, but it did. And so I'm like, the fact that he took one, probably had already been drinking, and then tosses the pill bottle across the stage.
Why did he
Ariana.
have the whole pill bottle? That's my question.
He had the
one
whole
in a
bottle.
tissue and put
But
it in
that's what makes me feel like he did that on purpose.
Oh, for sure.
Because it's like there's no way
he's like, look how stressed I am. I need to. I've been taking Xanax.
And everyone's like, you're stressed. And then he doubles down, and this is how much of an idiot Shorts is. He goes, they're like, well, do you take that? LVP goes, well, do you take that often? No, I take it like once a month. And she goes, you chose to take it now? You take it once a month, and you didn't want to do it.
The whole bottle, and he takes it once a month.
Exactly.
It's
my
just
point.
nothing. None of it was adding up.
None of it was adding up, and it's like, okay, either you do pop pills and you have an issue, or you legit just did this. Like,
he does this stuff to get attention, to be like the poor Schwartz. He's so stressed.
He's so stressed. He's caught in between a rock and a hard
place. Which I'm sure he
is
stressed, but it's self-inflicted when you choose to be around those people.
He could easily walk. He has the out and has all the reasons to walk away from that friendship and be like, bro, like,
I love you. This is not a good place for me to be.
And what's messed up about it is the only reason I believe that he's having to then now walk through the fire with Scandovol is that they're tied in. They got money tied up together in that restaurant. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know.
But you can have money in a restaurant and it.
Not if you're trying to open and run it. Not at the start.
Wait, I think it was already open by the time they did the reunion.
Yeah, but I'm just
saying his money is not Sandoval's money. Like, he could stay in the restaurant until he decided he got paid back the way he wanted, and he could leave.
Yeah, he's going to get his return on investment and then bounce.
He doesn't have to hang out with Sandoval every day because they own a restaurant together.
Yeah.
Like, they're not in there working.
Yeah, I just think that it's like when that's been his business partner for so long, it's just like, how do you...
I mean, of course it would be hard, but if you're popping Xanax on national TV, maybe we need to sit down and think about that. That feels like a harder way to live.
Yeah, for sure. So
that's the funniest thing about like our culture. We will choose to stay in situations and make our life miserable, and that we think that's easier than just like walking away. It's nutty.
It is, man. That's why you gotta stay prayed up.
I don't like how Lisa was like trying to defend.
She's always gonna
Sandoval.
defend them.
It was so gross to me. I'm like, of all times for you to want to speak up is to defend this person who has hurt everybody in this room. Like no, because she likes to be the hero. I don't know.
She comes from Real Housewives. You know what I'm saying? And like, again, I mess with LVP. But at the same time, it's like, and this is where I think it all comes back to business. It all comes back to the bottom dollar. You know, you can say whatever you want. Like, she needs to make a decision based upon Ariana's situation and like drop both of them, Tom and Tom.
Off a moral standing.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that those are her. Also, she's invested with them, and those are her business partners.
Well, once again. You know how many business partners she probably has in the restaurant industry? Like how many investors and things? Like you can have investors and people that are involved in the restaurant and you don't have to go spend your time with them.
How many of them have had a public affair?
I don't know.
Probably none. So she has to sit back and I'm saying she's got to step away from that regardless. I'm just saying that the reason why I'm just telling you the reason why I think she's defending them. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying the reason she's defending them is because like they were getting those, you know, like anytime anything happens and people start getting canceled, they go straight to the Yelp reviews and they start trying to kill off the business.
She made a telling comment though about how this isn't the first, they're not the first people this has happened to. Like people do this all the time.
Yep. She
like
sure
cheat
did.
on their. Oh my gosh, I don't know if it's that multivitamin. I just got so nauseous.
Oh goodness. Okay.
I'm not pregnant.
Okay.
Just want to make that clear because I feel like people are gonna think that. Yeah.
Are you okay? Do you want me to wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been the We Shouldn't Have a Podcast.